things together, we then challenge the whole idea that it's only me, individualism that matters in our society. No, it's not. What really matters is the ability of communities to come together to defend what they have, but to demand what they've been denied. Isn't that what makes us strong together? And I'll tell you this, when people make wrong decisions and do terrible things, I've been involved, like many in this hall I'm sure, with the peace and anti-war movement for many years. We marched against the Iraq War. We demonstrated against the Iraq War. We predicted, sadly, so much of what would happen later on. And eventually, report, and finally, Chilcot report comes out. Think very carefully about the consequences of unleashing wars, because the consequences live on for a very long time. Think first about supporting human rights. Think first about supporting people trying to live their lives in a decent way. And then don't turn your back on the victims of war, the ultimate victims of war, those that are dying in the Mediterranean, trying to find a place of safety to get to. An interesting day. And after a lot of discussion, there was finally agreement with what we always thought was the case, that an incumbent leader would be on the ballot paper if a challenge was made. So we now go into another campaign. Let's use that campaign to bring people together, to excite people about their ideas, the kind of world, kind of society they want to live in, and how we're going to achieve things together. And say to those people that are now committing such violent acts of hate crime against minorities within our society, those that are abusing women in our society and feel they can get away with it, that degree of violence that's been unleashed over the past few weeks and months in this country and other parts of Europe. The answer is yes, to deal with the individual, but it's also the answer to bring us together as communities, enjoying our diversity, enjoying all our differences, and uniting because of our diversity and our differences into the kind of decent, caring, respectful society that we all want to live in. As of now, we start off on the campaign again, and I'm really looking forward to it. We start this weekend with the Tall Puddle Martyrs Festival in Dorset. Those 6 farm labourers that were imprisoned and deported because they had the temerity to form a trade union and stand up against the landowners. Is it that different to people working in difficult conditions without any union recognition in many parts of the world, subcontracted after subcontracted by a global corporation, trying to get their rights through organisation and strength together? So we bring together an amalgamation of the wonderful history of popular struggle all over this country, with the same struggles all over the world, and feed those lessons into the current situation. So at the end of this campaign, we're all more united, we're all stronger, we all have realised that we don't have to live in a grotesquely unequal world. We don't have to live in a world that's destroying itself through greed and destruction of our environment. We don't have to live in a world that doesn't care about the very poorest and most vulnerable. We will succeed, I'm sure, not just in the campaign, but in bringing people together and educating them, lifting their sights and spirits up to the kind of world we can all live in together. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you very much.
wrap up soon. Can I